Welcome to the Locked In Pod.
We're your hosts,
Mina
and Shelly, here to bring you the conversations you didn't know you needed.
If you're ready to dive deep into unapologetic authenticity, you're in the right place.
But fair warning, if you're not here to be real and embrace your truth, this might not be the vibe for you.
We're on a mission to elevate our personal growth journeys through faith, breaking generational curses, and holding ourselves accountable.
So, if you're looking to surround yourself with positive energy and find tools to help you level up, lock in with us. Okay. So I'm like,
because we was about to say hey day.
Got to write a strongly worded email.
Okay. Yeah, we got a little toy to play with now. You know, small joys. It's the small joys in life. Ooh, we are back.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Don't worry, we're gonna get on the ones and twos one time for y'all. Make a little locked in song.
Welcome.
I'm recovering from sounding like Barry White, y'all. So that's okay. I have a little cold. So we're drinking some tea. But before we get into the thick of it, you know, we might have some new people join in to listen or to watch, depending on when you get, you know, a hold of this, whether it's on YouTube or on our listening platforms. But let's get down to business real quick. We are the Locked In Pod. That is us. That is we. We are friends in real life. I am your girl Mina.
And I'm Shelly. And you are tuned in to another episode of the Lock'd In Pod.
Okay, y'all. This is the first. This will be our New Year's, our Happy New Year.
Yeah,
to everyone.
Well, our second. Well, first official. When we recorded the last episode was before New Year's. Okay. It was our first recording
in
after
2025. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we could say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
We made it.
Yes, we made it to another
year. Lord,
that's big. A lot of people didn't wake up to witness. So before we take it for granted, let's give thanks. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
We made it through another year. This is like another milestone because we started something in 2024 and we're keeping and pushing in 2025. So if you're new here, thank you for locking in with us. If you are returning, you know what's up from episode 1. What she told you.
You know what it is? Up in the stock.
If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's...
If it's up, then it's leave.
The way
if you know, you know.
The way he ate that. If it's in a wop and a crack. If you're a dancer and you're watching this, comment below what's your favorite dance ad lib, because I think mine is crack.
It gotta be the lean. If it's up, then it's lean.
I love it. I love like people who just show
or
up.
Get off me.
That one right there, and a wacko.
What's your favorite dance language?
It's so many
your favorite
things.
Dance term.
What is it? Even if you aren't a dancer, I know people love to watch.
I know you've heard,
content on
I know
YouTube,
you've heard.
The socials. What's your favorite dance lingo? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. But how are you today? I guess we could start there.
Good. I feel like recovering.
We went out yesterday.
It was an eventful day. And it involved some day drinking.
Yeah, man.
Fellowshipping.
A little
networking.
It
was so good. But although I feel like I'm recovering, I feel good. I'm in good spirits. I feel so like fed from yesterday. Not even like physically, but just my soul, my spirit. Like I feel there's a lot of great conversations that took place yesterday, and just in the midst of those conversations, sparking up ideas and like bouncing ideas off of each other. It was just the sisterhood that was present will forever prove to me that it's always needed.
Yep, it's always needed and worth it. For those of you who are like, oh, where'd y'all go? We went to support one of our friends who co-hosted her first event with a Black women wellness brand.
Yeah.
So
sold out.
Sold out, baby. Sold out. That's how we start 2025. Sell it out. So we want to congratulate Black Women Wellness Co.
Yes.
Shannon, keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Jen, event planner, project manager, keep shutting it down. Keep doing the Black women justice. Okay, we are proud of y'all. We had a ball. I think it was like we were supposed to go out the night prior, and I was like, oh, I don't feel the best, but I was just
things weren't. It just wasn't aligning.
It didn't align, and I was like, and I wanted to dress up. I wanted to look cute. I'm like, I'm always in a chef's coat now. I'm always in sweats, chilling. I want to look like girly. I want to step out. So I was fighting. Well, I knew my body needed y'all, and I wasn't trying to hear that. But my friends, how you like? She happens to be one of them.
Not going anywhere.
Let me tell you, seriously, she told me to stay in bed. So I'm glad that I was able to pull through and have the energy to go to the event.
Oh yeah,
to support Zen and just to network. Like we're starting something that's going to need community and network, so we have to start putting our faces out there. We just got to start showing up, and I think that's an important thing for entrepreneurs, especially our people of color that are starting to support each other at these events. You will support other things, and put your money into other things.
A second thought.
Support your people and show up, because you're gonna want somebody to show up for you. So yeah, y'all, it was. I guess I'll answer the question, like, how am I doing? Barry White is in the room right now. That's what I'm gonna call this voice while we are getting ourselves back from this cold. But I'm full. I'm full. I'm happy. I am expecting great things. We did a vision board. Maybe we'll show you guys one day. We'll do like a behind the scenes on what our vision board is and what it means.
Yeah.
It was just bomb. If you haven't vision boarded to start a year, we didn't do it last year. We both talked about that. We kind of just took the year as it came. But
last year I was like,
"Who, baby?
I don't want to set no goals." And I don't know what was happening around the time for like to specify my reasoning why not. Because I did a virtual vision board the year before. Shout out to my friend Kiara who hosted that. So 2023, I had a virtual vision board. So it was just, and I could have added, well, there was a mixture of quotes and pictures and all the things. And even like had it as my screensaver on my phone, my screensaver on my laptop, just so it was a constant like reminder. And I don't know, I think for 2024, it was just less of what I could accomplish for the year and more of how could I grow as a person, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So I was like, I don't want to put not monetary, I don't want to put physical things as like a measure, because then I don't want to feel like at the end of this year, because it's about me being better, I don't want to feel like at the end of the year, like, damn, well, I didn't do this specific thing or this specific thing, so that means I didn't accomplish my goals. And I'm like, when it comes to you being a better person, no matter how minor that improvement or that changes, it's still an improvement and a change. So
what was that post? Was it growth though?
Right. Did you grow?
That was something that I had to bask in. Like, look at what your year was.
Yeah, because sometimes
where you were in September versus where you were in December. And are you proud of that? Even if it's not where you want to be? Yeah.
Does it look different? Do you feel different? And sometimes we get so caught up in the goals that we forget about like making sure that we're better as individuals. Like, yeah, you could have accomplished all of your goals that you have for the year, but are you a better person for it? Did it bring you closer to your purpose? Did it surround you with the things that you wanted to surround yourself with in order for you to achieve certain things, you know? Because sometimes it's like, yeah, you achieve the goal, but what does that,
what did that do
really
for you?
mean? Yeah.
A lot of people like Zen, she was saying her purpose versus what she went to college for, and that was a common theme at the event yesterday too.
Yeah,
doing things because we are told that that's the only way to achieve success versus what actually speaks to who you are. And you have to ask yourself, yeah, you may have accomplished that degree or you may have accomplished that goal, but who did you accomplish it for? How did it better you?
That's the one. Because a lot of things, when you get down to the root of why you want said thing, make sure it's because of something that you actually want, not because somebody told you you're supposed to have that by now, or like because you're making this amount of money, that means it should show up looking like this, or now that you're with this person, you should now be doing no. And a lot of times, majority of our life, we're doing things
For
to
other
please
people.
and it starts with our parents.
Oh, baby. Do your parents know the real version of you?
Most
Do they
times it
know
starts
the
there.
real version of you?
Yeah.
A lot of people
That's real.
conceal the friends know a version of you and the family knows a version of
That's
you.
I feel like my majority, especially when I went to college and I was, developing or discovering who I was in this new environment, now having a different level of freedom, not just because my parents aren't around to tell me, or my grandparents aren't around to tell me what to do. It was more so like I had money now, so I was able to do the things that I actually wanted to do. Before, it was controlled by my grandparents. If I didn't have the money, if they didn't give me permission to, if they didn't, yeah. I forgot where I was going with that point.
I think just a matter of like, your identity and your how you be like, it happens, we human.
So because I didn't have that type of environment at home, I feel like, not that a different version of me came out, the true version of me came out, because now I was in a safe space. I was in a space that I created for me.
You had control over that peace and that like consistency and that routine.
And not to say that the space I was in wasn't safe. I just feel like there was just certain things that I could do freely and certain things I just couldn't.
There were limitations because of the limitations that have been put on the generations that raised us. So I understand exactly what you mean. Like once I started we were kind of talking about this in preparation for my 2025 family vacation. I'm like, I think I just want to dress like a grown woman this trip, because I have like such this consciousness of like, oh, my dad is around and my brothers, and it's like, yeah, but as long as you're not out here looking like you about to hit the pole, you are grown and feel comfortable in your womanhood. You know what I'm just saying?
No, you're right.
Like,
it's true, especially for women.
Womanhood. Yeah. Like I want to. 30 is not 13.
Exactly.
It's not 15. It's not even 21. You are in the thick of the grown era. So I want to continue to show up as my authentic self, and my family has to adjust. A lot of times we adjust, but no, it's the other people that gotta adjust. Yeah, you who you are,
because otherwise you're no longer showing up as your authentic self. It's now an altered version to please whoever it is. Yeah, and that's no way to live.
There's no way to live. I know we don't have them with us, but do you want to talk through like a little bit about our vision boards? We can.
Yeah, we can. So my vision board, starting I think 2023 when I did the virtual vision board, was probably the start of me organizing my goals in like categories as opposed to just making a list. So I separated it like spiritual things that I want to accomplish, emotionally, mentally, physically. What else? At the time it was like educational, financially, creatively.
You even put a little love in there.
I did romance, so relationships just in general. So I kind of like sectioned it off like that. So at the top I had like things that I want to experience. And for me, I feel like experience outside or on top of traveling, I feel like traveling, not only is it a good experience to have, but it also like it opens up your perspective, your point of view. Yeah. And I feel like it even brings about a different like mentality. Like it kind of forces you to think about certain things in a different way. Yeah.
Your lens has been like another layer has been added, or you kind of got some windshield wipers so you can see a little differently.
Yep. That's one of the reasons why I love to travel, because I feel like I'm always learning not only about the culture of the place that I'm in, but I'm learning about myself. Like, oh, actually I do like a quiet, peaceful morning, or like I do like the sound of if I'm close enough to the ocean, or like
waves.
It's like B&Bs. I feel like Airbnbs allow you the opportunity to see what type of home you would like to live in, like certain appliances. Yeah,
I take Airbnb seriously. I'm like, oh, you got a black wall in here with a white toilet.
No, okay, it gotta be an experience.
Yes, I love it. I love
But
I love that you said it like that. You learn about yourself too, because you do. You really do.
And it is I think depending on where you go, right, it could also be something spiritual or something that feeds you spiritually. So I added some experiences, different places I wanted to travel. No specific places. It was just like, pictures of a beach, pictures of the palm trees,
Yep.
pictures of a hot air balloon, like just different things that I want to experience. I haven't gone that far yet. And I've traveled, so but I mean like the hot air balloon part.
We
What
both
I
had
did
that on our vision board.
Yeah, so I'm like, Arizona gonna be a trip, okay? So I put experiences, different goals that I have. So I started learning French last year, but fell off. So I'm like, let me dedicate myself and be more disciplined so that by the end of this year, even if I'm not fluent, I can at least hold the conversation or understand more than
I know a little
before.
something.
Yeah, so we can practice. And I want to dabble back into sign language. I told you, like, I took a class before and I enjoyed it. Like, it's really sad that it's not considered a real language and people use that to communicate.
It is.
It's a language. But I want to dabble back into that. What else I had up there? Some fitness goals. This is the year of getting back into the gym. Last year we were consistent, had a little routine and everything.
Yes.
I mean, life happens, which it happens, but I want to get back to that. Some romance things. So I had like a picture that said date night. So we manifested more romance.
Fellas,
in the
start
life.
planning more dates. Don't just be asking us what we doing all day. You want my number? Take it and do something with it. Make reservations, drop them in the text thread.
Let me tell you something.
I don't want you to ask me what I'm doing today. I'm not
Do
interested.
not. 2025. First of all, this should have been stopped a couple years ago.
Please.
But this will not be the year that you do me to death.
No.
Because your messages will be left unread.
Or deleted. Up out of here.
You will not get a response no more. The tolerance, it was minimal. But now it's non-existent. You got about a week.
24 hours. You got 24 hours to let me know.
See, after the tolerance is lost, still giving you too much time.
Why should I waste my time and energy?
If we're having a conversation, and even if that initial conversation, if it's just tell me about yourself, what do you do, or like, however, after that initial conversation, there should be a plan.
Yes,
a plan. If you're not planning, this ain't going nowhere.
And I think that there's a crazy distinction. We're gonna touch on this topic for a second. There's a distinction between a man who is interested in courting and a man who is interested in your beauty.
Yes, and wants to touch on the private parts.
And wants to touch you in ways that please him. There's a big difference. A man who wants to court you is interested in your mental.
Yes.
He wants to know what your credit score is looking like. He wants to know what your financial discipline is like. He wants to know your hobbies.
What makes you laugh? Yes. What do you enjoy doing for fun? Why do you enjoy doing that for fun?
Can we do it together?
It really be easy, and y'all just be making me mad.
I don't have I really don't.
And if that's not where your interest is, then that's the reason why you're not getting anywhere. No. And I think that just shows and exposes that we're not on the same. We're not equally yoked. So we gotta be equally yoked. Seek it somewhere else.
Exactly.
But yeah, we on top of the romance, it's intentional romance. So even if it ain't a forever thing, I feel like there's something that you can learn and gain from any experience that you have or any interaction you have with the opposite gender. Or even the same. I ain't letting no judgment here. Whatever. Everybody need love. Okay.
You find what you find.
Okay.
Okay. That's
your journey. More romance in my life because I feel like there's been a lot of lust.
Okay.
But not a lot of
like intentional romance.
Yeah.
How you be like, my business is my business. I'm gonna share something. But like the fact that my birthday is coming up, and I expressed to y'all that the journey is a little different. We are single, but that doesn't mean that people are not interested or that have my time.
Okay,
they earned that. But it was different from like the previous relationship that I was in. Like when my birthday was coming up, I was with my family on vacation, but I feel like I came back to like minimal effort, if I will say. So different from me not being in a relationship but being courted. The intention that I don't even know the extent of that's being put toward just my birthday. I'm like, it's just my birthday. Like I'm okay. He's like, you're turning 30. We're not gonna just sweep that under the rug.
It ain't no little number.
It's. I posted something in my story if y'all follow me. There was a man talking about how he knows his wife doesn't cheat because he sets the bar high. When a woman is taken care of, it's no need for her to be looking for things in other places.
Because she's good.
So fellas, make sure she don't have to look in other places if you're pursuing her, because if not, she will go about her business.
Yeah. And I feel like it's not like if you're not doing certain things, she's automatically gonna look elsewhere. It's just, I feel like a woman, can't speak for all women, right? But a woman is nowadays focused on herself, right?
Yeah.
So if something comes along and is applying more pressure, is putting in more effort, naturally that person will get the
time and
more
the
attention. If you're not doing anything and you're thinking, oh yeah, that we good, it's like,
we ain't. No, you have not earned that liberty.
Right. I haven't earned it at all.
That's a luxury, okay, baby?
And that's the thing. We have to understand. It has to be earned.
And we, you know what, as women, because we are women, some of us, like myself, we're such like lover girls, and we get wrapped up in the concept of being a lover girl. But once you step back and you realize that love is not the only thing to get you through the season that you're looking to embark on, you start dating differently. You start looking at things differently. When I'm under the weather, how do you show up? When I tell you that I had a bad day or a good day. When we haven't seen each other for some time, but you realize my schedule is busy. Do you care to fit into my schedule, or do you approach it like you're obligated?
Oh, you're just
for my
too
time?
busy. Oh, like, I hate
punches air.
Oh, you just too busy for me. Did you ask me when I'm gonna be free? Did you say like
no?
Don't get me mad. Don't get me tight.
That just made me think about when you was doing the TikTok with your niece.
Oh.
For real, y'all. We have to touch on that for a second, because the dating pool that we have access to where we are, we're not going to bash everybody because we can't speak for the world.
Right.
But y'all got to do better. The cat calling, cut it.
And that's men and women.
The names, like the little boos, and I feel like beautiful is even borderline. If you have not introduced yourself to me on a first name basis, don't assume nicknames, because we ain't even cool like that.
That part.
Like it has to be the same way you would show up for a job interview and you would put your best. You on the what is it called when they do, you on the draft pick, and I don't know if I want you on my team. Let me see your stats. Let me see what you qualify for. Or if none of y'all are reaching the draft pick standards, as my aunt would say, get a starting five until somebody get it right. That's just, that might, how you like, that's a premature takeaway for my ladies.
Okay. Don't
just put all the eggs in one basket, especially if that's not your
man. Yeah. And anybody who tries to shame you for having options, rightfully so, has an insecurity of their own.
They didn't give you a reason to put those options to rest, but they want to be the only one.
You don't want me dating other people? Put me in a relationship. Put a ring on it.
Put the pressure. Put the pressure on it.
Show up. Put more effort. Show me that you're serious about what you're talking about. Words is only gonna get you so far. Words they always sound beautiful. They always sound nice and well put together. But I'm gonna need you to put some action behind them words. Okay?
Put some stank on it.
Yeah.
Like, I was on YouTube, and Maya and Marquis, shout out to y'all because I love their family dynamic. He posted something like how I helped my wife not deal with postpartum depression, or how I prevent her from having PPD. That's how he had like abbreviated it.
Okay.
And he like ran her a bath. He had the baby so she could just sit down and like gave her the baby when she needed him instead of her getting up to go get the baby. And I realized how many women don't have that support. So the postpartum depression is the only place that they have solace, because it's like I have nothing else to hold on to or rely on. So that's what I start thinking about when I think about a partner. It goes deeper than the sex. It goes deeper than how they make me feel, how they smell, their hands. It goes deeper than all of those things. Like when I am not at my best, are we on the same team, or do you become an individual and I'm now my own person again, and we don't have the teamwork?
That part.
That's what you should be looking for, a teammate, a good teammate.
Because that's what it is. And I feel like a lot of people reserve that treatment until the ring is on, until the wedding, the marriage, until the kids. But
you
it's
gotta
like
show those qualities.
Yeah, and of course you're not gonna do things that you would do as a husband to your girlfriend. Of course, we're not saying that, and even before the girlfriend boyfriend era. But show me that you care. If I look like I'm having a terrible day, like you can see it in my face, you can feel it in my energy, you see it in our interactions, and you're not gonna ask me what's wrong. You don't care to ask me what's wrong. Even if you can't do anything about it. You might know that I like ice cream. So maybe you'll go out, buy me ice cream and bring it. Like that would in tears. That would have me crying.
Girl,
like, Lord, this is the what?
When I told you I said when I walked into the blanket, we had heated up. That was actually when
It's
I had cramps that
effort,
day.
and it shows that you care.
Did you listen to what I said?
And it shows that you're listening, because y'all don't be listening.
Listen and you understand. That gets y'all further than y'all think. And the small things you might feel like, oh, that's tedious or that's a lot of work to put in, but non-committal efforts get you non-committal efforts. I can't see the commitment in you, so I'm not giving you that. I've been there before, wasting my time and my energy. Why should I give you more? Because us, naturally, we give more. Women are,
it's in our nature.
We are naturally
we can't help it.
We can't. That's who we have been designed to be. And that's why God made us the helpmate. And that's why we are to be sought after, because we come with all of these qualities that men cannot live without. If we can be frank, y'all can't live without it. The world would stop if we stop procreating and stop having sex with y'all. So let's be real. Let's be real. But for the men who think that y'all are the only prize, remember, y'all need the womb.
Yes,
to create.
I've seen so many men talk about like their life wouldn't look how it looks if it wasn't for their wife. Yeah.
And I love the acknowledgement of that. Like, baby, I don't know where I would be without you. Oh, that's the type.
Because be for real. Be for real.
But that was my little.
I know, it's okay. We need to talk about this.
It's a little section on my vision board that said my partner would love me with deep passion. And I mean that. I want to feel the burning desire, as Penelope said in Bridgerton.
Yes.
For my man. Like, burn me through my clothes when you look at me. That's the kind of love and attraction and passion that is
I need all of that.
Welcome.
All of that.
Only. That's I told this to you, but I feel as though in previous vision boards, the concept of marriage and pregnancy and motherhood and all of those things have been a little too large on my vision board. Not because I've been like solely focusing on that, but just because it's a desire. But this year I'm like, yeah, God, you know what I want. You've given me a glimpse at what that may look like, and I'm gonna honor you in that cultivation. But as that happens, there's things that I need to do for me. So that's why my vision board looks like focusing on traveling more, focusing on my business is growing. That's from this to Ashe to Woman Unwind to being a chef, like leveling up in all those ways so that I can reap the benefits of the things that God has blessed me with. That's what the 2025 vision is for me. Really honing in on the things that bring me peace, that make me a better person, the things that challenge me, all of the things that scare me. Those things are on that vision board. Like, do I see myself in certain platforms and in certain rooms and in certain lights? The answer is yes. But is it scary? The answer is also yes. So I'm ready to attack the scary things. And I think us meeting like Shannon yesterday and having access to what she has done, it's just a testament that we don't have to do it alone, because sometimes we feel like we got to figure everything out on our own before we start excuse me, or before we actually take the first step. But it's like, just talk about it with somebody, and you don't know who you will know or meet or encounter that could help put that thing year. Just because you don't have the bandwidth in this area, you just shouldn't put it to rest.
Mhm.
And I think that's something that I'm acknowledging. It's okay. Rely on those around you. Rely on community. Rely on strength, and that is how we will get toward all those things that we put on those vision boards. So
yeah, because what did I say yesterday? How can someone, especially if they're part of your community, help you towards a goal, and they don't even have any idea that you're working towards that, or that you even want to do what that is?
Come closer. We gotta tell you something, because we talked about this yesterday when we went to Minton's. You can't expect help and expect people to show up if when they ask you, how are you, what's going on, you always giving them some service level BS. I'm not okay. I actually haven't eaten in 3 days because I can't sleep, or because my money don't look right this month, so I didn't really budget properly for groceries. You don't know what that person may be able to bless you and be like, yo, let's go stock up your fridge. We have to put pride aside. We were not put on this earth. We were born alone, and we are going to die alone. However, God intended for us to do this together
in community.
Yes, in community. That is who He blesses. He blesses the numbers. He blesses the people that fellowship together, not just in church settings,
right?
But in life, in real life. How can we commune and help each other become better? So if that was your vice in 2024, not speaking up, being prideful because you feel like you're embarrassed about your situation, please understand you have to start opening your mouth, because nobody could be like, Michelle, let me read through the files in your brain and see what's going on. That's impossible.
No.
And it's not fair to force the people around you to show up that way.
And just assume that they know.
And that's not the case. We prioritize communication. How you feel? You feel like this way today? All right, cool. We might not be able to do this right now because this is how I'm feeling. I know we want to push through, but we got to pivot a little bit. Understand that your people, the ones who are supposed to be in your life, will always respect and honor
every
what
time
you need. Like the holidays, I was stressing about the travel thing and wanting to be with my family and having like some things that we're doing. My brother was like, I don't know what you're stressing about. You should have just told me from before. Like, I got you. Those moments are reminders of who God blessed me with. And it reminds me every time, don't be ashamed of nothing. Don't be ashamed of Nathan. Speak.
Because that'll be part of the reason that you don't speak up. Because you feel like, oh, I don't know how they, how they're going to look at me. They're going to judge me, what they're going to say. And it's like, if that's what's coming into your mind, then you should probably reevaluate why you're friends or why you have this relationship with this person.
Yes, reevaluate those who you have around you.
That shouldn't be. Of course, if it's something that you've never spoken up about or you've never like confided in somebody about, that's gonna come with its own fear. But that's your own, like you said, putting the pride aside, your ego aside. Because nobody is. If people are there for you, if they're calling themselves your friends, your tribe, your community, they're also signing up for what comes up with that, with being a friend and a loved one, a part of your community. That comes with a certain level of expectations, responsibilities, even like a standard, like the same way we said, like for in a romantic sense, like we should be talking about dates, we should be having conversation that's deeper than the surface level. The same standards should be held when it comes to friends. Like, if you're my friend, I expect certain things from you.
Yes.
And I feel like that's also part of communicating too, because those things should be communicated. Because I'm not gonna expect the same thing from you that I would expect from someone that I work with, because the relationship dynamic is different.
It's different.
Yeah, so
I agree.
We gotta. I think that's just all in conversation. Period. We have to communicate more, and in that communication, don't just leave it surface level. Because there's friends that I will see that they've been friends for a long time, and it's like I know something more personal than the friend that has known them for however many years, and it's like, I mean, there could be reasons for that, but also, how well do you know your friend?
It looks like that's a wrap on today's episode of the Loc'd In Pod. We appreciate you for being a part of our journeys and taking us along on yours.
Make sure you hit us up on all our platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and TikTok. We want you in our community.
Remember, we drop new episodes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Set those reminders and turn those post notifications on.
And don't sleep on us. Stay locked in with us in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts and stories.
Until next time, keep it unapologetic and authentic.